Private health insurance. Why do you need it? Private health insurance. People saying like, okay, so when you're living in Australia, even though you have Medicare card, you need to have a private health insurance. So what is actually private health insurance? Why do you need it? So there are two types of private health insurance. One, hospital cover, and second one is extra. So extra is also known as ancillary cover. Most private health insurance funds offer combined policy, or you can mix and match. You can either have hospital or have extra, or you can have both. And in extra or in hospital, you can choose your own policy as well. Cover. Hospital cover are a policy. There are different type of categories. You can have like top hospital cover, you can have medium private hospital cover, you can have basic private hospital cover, or you can go for a public hospital cover. With a public hospital, you can even access a public hospital if you have a Medicare card. There is no restrictions. So there is a different sort of treatment you get, depends on what type of cover do you have. If you have a top hospital cover, there is no restrictions or no exclusion whatsoever. So you will get all this sort of treatment. The second thing is extra or ancillary cover. So there are three general categories of policy: comprehensive cover, medium cover, and basic cover. Similarly, it depends what you choose, and whatever you choose, you will get those sort of benefits. Say for example, for the comprehensive, you can get the major dental as well, right? But for the basic cover, you may not get the major dental. You will get just a general dental, like a cleanup and maybe x-rays. And the other thing is opticals, physiotherapies, chiropractors, those kind of things. But when you have a comprehensive, so you can get other benefits as well. You need to make sure what you are looking for. Combine. With the combined one, you can choose to have both private hospital cover and the extra cover as well. So do you have to get the private health insurance? No, not really. So there is no requirement to purchase the private health insurance if you have a Medicare card. If you don't have a Medicare card and you are in Australia and you want to cover for the insurance policies, then yes, you need to have a private health insurance, but that's a different the private health insurance we are talking today is for people who are permanent resident, or a citizen of Australia, or people who have a Medicare card. So the other thing is, you need to know, if you don't have a private health insurance and if your income is over a certain amount, if you're single, there is a different amount. If you're a couple, there is a different amount. So for single, it's around 90,000 and per annum, and for couple, it's around 180,000 per annum. So that's as per today, right? So if your income or your combined income is more than that certain amount, then you will be liable to pay Medicare levy surcharges. So people get the private health insurance policies to avoid those surcharges, right? So if you want to know more about those kind of information, so know more about Medicare levy surcharge, how does it affect, or how does private health insurance affect your Medicare levy surcharge, let us know and we will provide you those information as well. So now we will talk about the comparison of private health insurance and Medicare. So hospital cover is the first thing what you can do. You can choose the hospital where you want to go. You want to go to public hospital or you want to go to private hospital. Second thing, you can choose your doctor as well, whom you want to see. And then the other thing is, if you're private, if you have a private hospital cover, then there might not be a waiting list. However, if you will be public, then there will be a waiting list still applied. On the other side is Medicare. With the Medicare, you can get treatment from the public hospitals by the doctor appointed by the hospital. So you cannot choose your own doctor if you are admitted to hospital. So whatever the doctor you will get, that doctor will treat you. Okay, another benefits. If you have private health insurance and then So they can be such costs like hospital accommodation, theater fees, intensive care, pharmaceutical, etc., etc. Right? With the Medicare, if you're a public patient, you will be treated at no cost. Medicare, however, Medicare doesn't cover private patient hospital cost if you will go to the private hospital. If you have a Medicare or hospital cost incurred overseas, you will not be covered by Medicare. Or there are some kind of life insurance, examination of life insurance for the policies, you will not be covered for those kind of things as well. So Medicare does not provide benefit in the followings, like most dental, most physiotherapies, occupational therapies, podiatrist, acupuncture, prescription glasses or contact lenses. So Medicare will not cover for those, or home nursing. If you have a private health insurance, then you will be covered for some or all of these services. Depends what you choose for. Medicare does provide benefits for consultation fee for doctors, specialists, examinations from the doctors, x-rays, pathology test, eyes test, more surgical. Medicare will not cover some specific treatments, such as if you want to go on a cosmetic, if you want to do something with your teeth or something with your body, those things will not cover. So it's just a basic doctor's thing. Okay, there is a little bit of comparison between accommodation types. The first one will say public patient, public hospital. You will not have a choice of hospital. You will not have a choice of doctor. If you're a public patient in public hospital, that means on Medicare. If you're a private patient in public hospital, so that means if you have a private health insurance policy, which you're going to public hospital, you will not have a choice of the hospital, but yes, you can choose your doctor. Private patient, private hospital. If you want to go to private hospital and you have a private health insurance policy, you can choose your hospital, you can choose your doctors as well. Alright, the other thing you need to know about private health insurance policy, if you want to make a decision, you want to have private health insurance policy or you don't want to have private health insurance policy. Once you turn 31, you will have a time until 1st July to buy the hospital cover to avoid paying loading. What is loading? So loading is each year you miss having private health insurance policy, you will pay additional 2%. For example, you're going to pay $100 per month for private health insurance policy just for the hospital cover. We are not talking about here about the extra cover, just for the private health insurance, private hospital cover. Instead of paying $100, you'll pay $102. If you've been missed for 2 years, you'll pay $104. If you've missed for 10 years, you'll pay $120. So it will be 2% every year increase in your premium. That's loading, not increase in your premium. Loading will be added to your premium. But say for example you don't have a loading and you are 40 and then you have a private health insurance for 10 years and then your loading will stop. Then you will go to normal premium. So you'll need to have a private hospital cover for 10 continued years to avoid the loading again. So here is an example. If you will say 0% loading, if you have a private health insurance policy and you're under 31, you will pay 0% loading. If you're over 31 and you maintain the private hospital cover, you pay no loading, $0 extra loading. If you're over 31 and you have loading, or you have a private hospital cover for 10 continued year, then loading will be removed, so 0 extra. If you wait until, say for example, if you wait until 50, you don't have a private health insurance 50 and you turn 50 now and you say, oh, I think I need this treatment, I need to have private health insurance policy now, let's start having private health insurance policy. Now you'll be paying 40% of loading. Your premium is $100, as I said, like I'm just giving you examples. Your premium is not going to be $100. Just giving you example. In case your premium is $100, instead of $100, you will be paying $140. So 2% for every year you will miss the policy. Now let's talk a little bit of a summary. Summary is private health insurance policy. Why you need it, why you don't need it. So if you have a private health insurance policy, you can avoid paying levy surcharges if your family combined income is over the threshold, right? To know more about the threshold, you know about the Medicare levy surcharges, just let us know. We will provide you the information. Second thing is you can access private hospitals and extra treatment which are not covered by Medicare. Third thing, you can avoid paying premium loading of 2% for every known covered year. Having said that, you need to consider should you need to have a private health insurance policy or not, because what happens if you are not very fussy about having a treatment in private hospitals, if you're not fussy about your doctors whom you want to see, and if your income is less than threshold, you really don't have to have the private health insurance policy, because you will not be paying the Medicare levy surcharges, right? If you want to know more about Medicare levy surcharges, just comment below. Alright guys, that's it. If you have any questions regarding the private health insurance policy, let us know. If you have any question about anything which we covered in the video, or if you want us to cover in the video, let us know. Good luck. See you soon. Bye.